everybody, I wanted to do a quick video to talk about why I opted to not continue my fertility treatment with Shady Grove. I wanted to do this video because one of my new subbies asked me a question similar to this earlier today, so I wanted to go into detail. This is based off of my personal experience with them. I think after speaking with other locations, I know Shady Grove is an awesome fertility company, but based off of the location I went to, I just did not feel like it was the right match for my wife and myself and what we are trying to accomplish for our family. So with that being said, let's start. If you watched some of my videos, I'm not going to say all, if you watch some of my videos, you know that my first IUI was done in February 2014. We paid that out of pocket, and that was with Merlin Fertility Center, Towson. It was an awesome experience. Dr. Padilla is the definition of professionalism. He has a heart. He treats his patients with his heart. His staff is amazing. It was for that to be our first experience with fertility. It was an awesome experience. Unfortunately, that IUI was a negative, so I took some time off because I took it very hard. I took it very hard, so I took some time off. About time that I was ready to start again, my wife and I got married. My health insurance changed with my employer, so we had to go through all of that, seeing if insurance was going to cover appointments and stuff. And in that process, we were told by our OBGYN that the insurance that we currently have only affiliates with Shady Grove. So we had to make the decision on if we wanted to spend the money to pay out of pocket to do it again, or if we wanted to use insurance. We took into account that it was other things we were trying to do as far as our life that will benefit our family. We're already parents. We want to buy a bigger home. We both needed new cars at that time, so it's like, yes, we had the money, but if insurance go pay for it, let's let insurance pay for it. At this time, I currently regret that decision. I feel like if we would have stayed with Merlin Fertility Center, we probably would have like a 3-month-old by now, or a newborn, or a 6-month-old. I'm totally convinced that we would have our baby by now, and if we would have just paid out of pocket and just stayed with them. But that's not what we did. So we said, okay, Shady Grove. You research them on Google, you call, you see the commercials. They are the top fertility center in the country, I believe. They have a lot of awards, a lot of acclimates. I mean, they are supposed to be amazing. So we walked in with high hopes. Coming from Merlin Fertility Center with a professionalism on a scale to from 1 to 10, we will give Merlin Fertility Center on professionalism a 25. So walking into Shady Grove, we had high expectations, and those expectations wasn't fulfilled at all. The positives about Shady Grove, they have a state-of-the-art I can't even talk right now. A state-of-the-art facility. Their facility is amazing. It gives you a spa feel that makes you instantly comfortable. The nurses who take your temperatures and everything, they are very nice. The front desk agents are very nice. That's where it ends. Our doctor there, Dr. Katz, was kind of stale. We didn't really get a good vibe from him. We didn't get a bad vibe from him either. We just didn't get anything from him. He was just there. Asking him questions kind of felt like talking to a brick wall. That wasn't comforting. He looked over my file, and we asked him, so what do you think, Doc? Is IUI a good idea, or IVF? I'm a woman who has One of her tubes is gone. I had to get my left tube removed. So for me, it's kind of like a corn switch, a corn flip. I can have an IUI and it could work. I can have IVF and it definitely would work. Which would you prefer? His exact words were, well, since insurance covering it, we mind as well. That's not good enough when you're going through this fertility process, especially knowing that the chances of it being negative is high, and this is an emotional roller coaster for women. That wasn't good enough. I wanted to walk away and not work with them again then, but we continue to give them a try. He gave us a pamphlet, a booklet full of information. They're really good on the information, the handouts. They let you know everything from financing. If you're using donor sperm, it's a packet about that. I mean, they give you a lot of information. He even took it upon himself to write out what we needed to do, day 1, day 3, so on. And he wrote that we had to do a social worker appointment, which confused us because we're not adopting. But he said that's a requirement for all his patients. We later found out that going through a social worker counseling section is a requirement for his patients that use donor sperm. After talking to several patients that unfortunately, several straight couples that unfortunately had to use donor sperm, we found out that that wasn't the case because they didn't have to do the counseling at all. So it really was about us gays. You know, we the only ones had to do counseling. We brought this to our insurance company's attention. They approached them about it. They attempted to kind of brush it off as if, oh, that's a misunderstanding, ha 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 ha, whatever. We let it go. Let's move forward. Got a call the first day of your cycle. We called, no answer, left messages, nothing. We didn't get a call back from our nurse, Miss Bernie, until day 4. By then it's too late. You have to have your sonograms on day 3. That cycle out the window. Let's try this again next month. The next month, calling, message. No call back, same damn thing. Then they said, oh, it's best to email your nurse directly. Gave us the email. We emailed her. When she contacted us back, it was too late again. By this time, we frustrated. We attempted a total of 4 cycles with Shady Grove Fertility from August 2015 till November 2015. Every time, nobody would answer our calls. We've called in different locations. All we trying to do is make a damn appointment for our day 3 exam. That's it. Nobody ever called back. Finally, when the November cycle ended, I got frustrated. I said, hey, can I speak to somebody's in charge, the doctor, somebody, anybody, anybody. I need help. I need answers. I need to know what's going on. Take my name and number. Somebody's going to call me back. Month of December passed. Month of January passed. Nobody called. I called again. Nobody called me back. I'm getting the runarounds. At this time, it's the end of March, and they don't even know that we already done went back to Maryland Fertility Center. I got a call at work today from Shady Grove saying, and I quote, "Good morning, Miss Blaine. First of all, you guys know that I'm married, so why are you calling me by my maiden name when my maiden name not on none of my paperwork? But okay, whatever. Good afternoon, Miss Blaine. You missed your appointment yesterday. We wants to know if you'd like to reschedule." How the hell I had an appointment yesterday when I haven't talked to y'all since last year? They were just so unprofessional, and it's sickening because I think 4 people that I personally know that is currently working with Shady Grove. They work with the Rockville office. I know somebody who works with the Frederick office. the Annandale, Virginia office, and I think DC. Don't quote me on that. All of them are having a completely different experience with Shady Grove than I am. So I'm convinced that it was just the location I went to. Right now, we are back with Merlin Fertility. The only reason we had to cancel our current IUI with Merlin Fertility is because we were going off of the prescription that Shady Grove gave us for Clomid. They told us to take a whole pill. Dr. Padilla did the sonogram and everything. He said we can't do it. It's way too many follicles. If you get pregnant this cycle, it's almost guaranteed you're going to have multiples. Like a high, like we talk about 4 or more. They don't want to take that risk. So we pushed it off, and we're currently in a cycle now. And I haven't been this comfortable with the fertility process since we was first with Merlin Fertility Center. Sometimes it's not about being with the most popular place. Sometimes it's about being with the place that really cares about you as a patient. They always there when we need them. They always there to answer questions. They are absolutely amazing, and I'm fortunate to be able to go back to them, and our insurance covers it, God. And I'm confident that sometime this year we will be pregnant with the help of Merlin Fertility Center. So that is why I left Shady Grove. Their prices with Merlin Fertility is comparable. One thing I will say about Merlin Fertility, if you are doing the IUI, I don't know if they still do it, but the last time we did an IUI with Merlin Fertility, if your first IUI failed, you get $200 off the next one, $200 off the next one. That's a plus when you're thinking about money and how much money you're going to spend. So my suggestion is, no matter who you use, if it's Shady Grove, if it's Merlin Fertility, if it's Dominion Fertility in DC, whoever you use for your fertility service, make sure you are absolutely comfortable, make sure they are professional, and make sure that they have your best interest at heart. Because if they don't, your cycle not going to be successful.